What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Movie Talks, the only podcast you need for movie news, movie reviews, and more. Episode 125, another mini episode coming at you. We'll have another one, so 126 will be another mini one to get us back on track. Although,
Yup.
if you're liking the mini episodes, let us know and we'll see how we go from there. But there's
True,
some,
yeah.
yeah,
If this is a preferred format, people like the shorter stuff. We
yeah,
can do this instead for
okay,
sure.
yeah. Just let us know.
Even easier for us.
We adapt, we
We
overcome,
overcome.
and
Yeah.
then, yeah. But guess what? We have Ryan Gosling. I didn't actually give you any chance to actually guess. Is in
No.
talks to lead a new Star Wars movie from director Sean
Gosling.
Levy. Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Interesting. Look,
Look, I like Ryan Gosling.
he's surprised me recently, so like I'm not that against it. Can't be worse than
Yeah,
what
I
they're
love him.
currently putting out, so like it's gotta be something. Something's gotta be better than because the
Yeah,
Acolyte
I don't know. I
Acolyte
just
got
feel like
cancelled. Um, the newest
never watched
trilogy
it.
wasn't great. Like I still watched them, still enjoyed them, but it still wasn't the same magical moments that I had with obviously the original trilogy and
Yeah.
still the like the prequel trilogy. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's time to maybe move away from the Skywalker and the Palpatines and like let that extended universe or like you had all that canon that was like so good, but you've just gone,
hmm
nah, we're gonna do whatever.
hmm
We've just cancelled everything. Because like
Yeah.
the the lore and the stories were so cool of like Luke rebuilding the Jedi Order, but it's not the same Jedi Order and them facing off against all these other like super powerful things. Like Luke was pretty much God, like he was crazy powerful, but like
Yeah.
it sort of fit the
He is.
narrative.
He's the chosen one.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's see what they can do with this one. So who knows?
Look,
And that,
I know the why that they're doing it because it's easy. Like it's easy, smart decision to like marketing wise to just have another Skywalker story because everyone knows the characters and there's no more world building and they don't have to worry about fucking exposition and all that sort of stuff. They can just get straight into it.
yeah,
So I
yes.
get it, but I also think it's fucking lazy. And but look, I've lost touch with Star Wars. I haven't watched anything since. I watched the first few episodes of season three Mando and then nothing after. And I haven't watched Acolyte. I haven't watched Bad Batch. I haven't watched what else came out since? A lot of stuff. I haven't watched
Ahsoka.
most of it. Ahsoka,
Uh,
didn't watch any of that.
Ahsoka was good. Ahsoka was probably the last good one, I reckon. Acolyte started okay, and then it just lost its way. Then
Sure.
yeah, and then there's some new one about kids being trapped on a planet. It's a little bit more like kid friendly. Drew Law is the figurehead for this one.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah, it's bizarre, but whatever. I haven't watched it, but I guess I'll watch it eventually. We do have I want to say a friend of the show, but one of my favorite directors, which I wish he was a friend of the show, Sam Raimi's horror movie, which is called Send Help, is now has Dylan O'Brien is set to star opposite Rachel McAdams in
Okay.
the new horror film.
Sure.
I quite like Rachel McAdams. I have no idea who Dylan O'Brien is, but
I ain't look these names up.
yeah, so like
Rachel McAdams.
you know
Oh
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's fine. Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Gwen.
Hmm.
Uh Not Gwen. What's her name in Mean Girls? Is it Gwen? That's right, isn't it?
Regina, isn't it?
Regina George. Gwen's
Mm.
the other girl. Gwen, yeah,
Don't
yeah,
you
yeah.
watch it like consistently? Like pretty regular?
Yes, I had a brain fart. I watch
Mm.
it, yeah, every few months maybe.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. It's been a long day. I fucking worked today and it was shit. And I hated every minute of it.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
It's fun. uh, yeah, look, I like her. She's great. Sure. What was the other name you said?
Dylan O'Brien is the other one. He doesn't even look familiar. I don't know. He looks like vampire-esque. I don't know from.
Yeah. He's done like Teen Wolf and Maze Runner and
Okay.
some of that stuff.
I don't
Yep.
know, but if it's Sam Raimi, it's got to be good. Like I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember a film that he has put out that's not just been produced by Sam Raimi that's had been like bad. Like I don't think
That
there's
he's
been
directed.
yeah. Like I don't think there's a bad one. Like the Evil Dead's fantastic.
Look, the
The
man gave birth to an entire fucking industry. He gave birth to fucking superhero movies.
so
Really.
Spider-Man 3, I guess, but that wasn't because of
It's not his fault.
yeah,
I don't think anything to do. Like, there's, I can't blame the guy for that.
no, because the other two were great, like the original, and then two is almost your perfect superhero film. So good.
Yeah, I agree. I love to.
Yeah, the train
Because
scene. Oh my God, it's so emotional. It's a powerful moment.
I always refer to Doc Ock as like the perfect superhero bad guy as well.
Hmm. You
Even more so
understand?
than yeah.
Yeah. Even Green Goblin to a point. He's quite good. Like, yeah, you understand. Like he
Yeah, the
gets
Green Goblin was so goofy. It's just
yeah.
like such a goofy guy.
Yeah, but he's kind of like that in the comics though as well. Like when he's the Green
Yeah.
Goblin, he's like super Green Goblin-esque. And
Yeah.
there was a distinction between Norman Osborn and Green Goblin. So,
I don't
yeah.
know. Green Goblin. When I watch those movies back, Green Goblin always feels like such a silly. Well, he's a comic character. You're right. Such a silly character, and Doc
Yeah.
Ock feels so grounded and realistic.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last bit of movie news, remember Jeff from Community?
Oh sure. Yeah.
Joel McHale?
Uh
He
huh.
is joining Scream 7. He's
Right.
joining as Sydney Prescott's husband. His name is Mark. I'm assuming Prescott.
I guess so. Yeah.
So
Sure. Hey, he's
yeah,
pretty good. I like him.
yeah,
Done some pretty good stuff.
he was great in Community. I really like
Yeah.
that
But then he's
show.
just done a bunch of like show hosting. Is he did like oh, what was it? Oh no, I'm thinking of thinking of nope, nope. I'm full of shit.
I don't
Ignore
know.
me.
I don't know. But yeah, who knows? I'm sure when Scream 7 comes out, we'll watch it. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
did we watch six? We watched six,
We
wasn't it?
watched
Because that,
six.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Six was good.
I'm surprised they're only up to like, I'm surprised this is only number seven, considering
Yeah.
like the Friday the 13th and the Halloween and how many of them they pumped out. Like, I'm surprised they weren't just pumping that franchise. I wonder who owns that franchise that were like, we'll hold on for a little bit.
Who won't scream?
Yeah, because like
I don't
obviously
know.
for
It's a Paramount?
I don't know,
Miramax.
because like Friday the 13th got the pump out, the
Okay.
yearly
It's changed
release.
hands a few times. It was Miramax until 2000, then it was Weinstein, ew, and then it was Paramount, and now it's Spyglass Media Group. So I guess the change of hands.
Okay. Yeah.
96, 97, 2000. Then there's a big gap between three and four, like 11-year gap.
Hmm.
Another 11-year gap between four and five,
Yeah.
and then pretty steady every year since
Okay.
six, and then seven set for a 26 release.
There you go. There you go. Didn't know that.
Yeah,
But that's probably a good
I'm
segue.
down. They're fun. Yeah, good segue. Boom, boom.
Hmm. Guess who is back on the screen? Who's had a quite a large break from the cinematic universe that is the motion pictures. I went, I don't
The
know.
motion picture cinematic universe.
I went into Marvel. I don't know why.
I don't know either, man.
Marvel Cinematic
Cameron
Universe.
Diaz. That's my
Cameron
guess.
Diaz. It is because you were telling me it's been how many years?
Yeah, 11 years. Her last movie before this was Annie in
There you go.
2014. So 11 years since the last release.
My last movie that I remember her in is probably Bad Teacher. That's probably the last one
Yeah.
that I remember. Um,
I watched the sex tape, her
yeah,
and Jason Segel,
yeah.
which I really liked.
Okay. Yeah,
It's a good movie. It's not a great movie. It's a good movie.
I remember seeing it, but I don't remember
Mm.
the timelines. Like Bad Teacher, I've probably watched more recently. That's probably why I'm remembering it rather than.
Um, Without looking it up, how old do you guess? What's your guess of Cameron Diaz's age?
Actually, he's probably in her 50s now.
Yeah, man. She's 52.
She looks good.
She looks insane.
Yeah,
Yeah, good on her.
yeah.
That's a lot of work.
I like her. I like her.
She's great. She's
Mm.
great. She's funny. She's down to earth. Her in interviews is great. Like she also has her fucking head screwed on as well. Like she's not just pumping out movies for the money. Like, she take a 11-year hiatus when you're like an A-list celebrity.
And you
She's
could
fucking
have
great.
you could have pumped out so many movies just to.
Yeah, she could have Bruce Willised it and just made it fucking a bunch of garbage movies, and people would have still
Uh,
went and watched them because she's in it.
so I criticized Bruce Willis like what when we started this like 2 years ago when it was like there was almost a movie a week of Bruce Willis coming out and him being like some random older cop that was either the cop that all of a sudden is the
Yes,
mentor, figures it
he
out,
became
or
Jason Segel for a long time. Not Jason Segel. What's the fuck? What's the other guy?
yeah,
Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal. He came for a little while,
yeah, but
just
then
pumping
like
out garbage movies.
yeah, but then he was either the cop that all of a sudden was the bad guy. Like there was he only ever played those two characters, and it was
Yes.
just movie pretty much each week. But what I didn't know because I had to do a Google, I'm like, why is he putting out so many movies? Is because he actually is quite sick, something to do
Yeah.
with his brain where he won't be able to, kind of like Alzheimer's, but it wasn't like Alzheimer's. It was like something else that would render him like unable to do it. So he was like just doing as
He
many,
has frontotemporal dementia,
yeah.
brain disorder that affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. She has more or less dementia, but a different kind of dementia.
Yeah, so he was
I
pumping.
know, yeah. Like he's pumping out movies to make his money before he can retire.
Yeah, like I haven't seen a movie from him for probably a year. I don't reckon it's about a year. I don't reckon I've seen his
His
face
last
wandering
release was
around.
2023, early 2023.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
okay, a
couple
little bit,
years.
little bit longer. Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, interesting. But we should get back in action, which
Yeah,
is
we should.
ironically the name of the film.
Bazinga,
Ah, this is
bazinga.
yeah, this is Netflix doing Netflix type things
Yep,
because this is what Netflix do. They grab a couple
yep.
of well-known actors, they throw them
Literally.
in
Yep.
a
Big actors, big budget, and money.
and a chat GPT script, and they
Oh
say,
yeah.
"Here you go. This is the plot. This is your lines. Try and do what you
Yep.
can." So we get
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx. Look,
Make me money.
I was impressed with Jamie Foxx with like his some of his previous work. Wasn't he Django Unchained?
Yeah, Django's brilliant.
Mm,
Django's always the example for me how average actors can be really good actors with really good directors,
yeah.
and everything else he's done has been very average.
To be honest, I liked him in Amazing Spider-Man 2 as Electro.
Oh no, it's horrible. That is like the total other end of the spectrum.
I like it though. I quite like it.
No, he's
No.
disgusting. He's
All right.
so shit. We watched him in Day Shift, early podcast days. We watched Day
Oh, that's
Shift.
right. Yeah, that was that was shocker.
Day Shift was literally the first episode.
Oh,
I just
but
looked it up. Yeah.
yeah. Look, the he plays the husband spy, and Cameron Diaz plays the wife spy. They're
Yep.
top line spies. They have to stop this big plot that they have to steal the key. Turns out Jamie Foxx's character takes the key. Matt, his name is Matt. It's Matt and Emily. I
Yep.
I didn't even think they were that generic, but okay, like whatever.
Yeah, they're just basic. I was gonna say white people names, but Jamie Foxx is borderline white people.
Well,
it's it's it like he's not, in this movie he might as well be. There's not much that he does that's anything unique.
no, this was like a not good version of Spy Kids, but focused on the parents rather than the kids.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
Yeah, so like
that feels pretty accurate.
where Spy Kids was actually like really fun because I guess it was from the kids' point of view and them trying to like navigate their world through it. This was the kids get taken, the parents have to all of a sudden relive their spy life and
Hmm.
save their kids and save the world.
Hmm.
There are moments where I was like, oh, that's kind of comical, but that was only from the mother's like sidekick bloke, or like butler, whoever, like
What?
the only parts that I actually found quite funny was when so they steal the key. Jamie Foxx, they do a
Oh,
heist, steals
sure.
the key.
That the mother.
All of a
Uh-huh.
sudden, the key gets stolen back. They get
Yep.
uncovered because the daughter is like rebelling against the parents, and then she's at a nightclub. she's underage. There's a big fight. It gets recorded because social media, and then they get
Yeah.
made, and then they get exposed, and then they have to do the, oh no, we're spies. It's kids finding out they're spies. They get taken because the bad guys realize that's where the key is, and
Yeah.
then they have to then go on a big sort of what manhunt, sort of use their spy skills that they've not used for years to go and save their kids and save the world. The most generic
Yeah.
plot you can sort of
Well,
get.
I didn't even know what the fucking key was that they were the MacGuffin that they were all trying to get. They never really explained what it did. I don't know.
No, it was intentionally vague because they were trying to sell people power. It was like the key to power. That was the essential thing because like they were able to plug the key in and it would give them access to like whatever they wanted. That's why the protocol was like they plugged in the key. No, like this is the drop the drawbridge because it's meant to have some crazy like encryption, spyware, firewall, coding mumbo jumbo, which
Yeah, bored.
they actually showed it. And I was like, surely this is not it. Like once they were in, all they had to do was change the value from 0 to 1 and it lowered the bridge. And I was like, that's very,
Job done,
very
mate.
that's very basic for coding. You just changed the variable. Like there was not much hacking at
Better than
all.
like fucking things all over the screen and people like smashing their keys on the keyboard and like how they often do hacking. Well,
Yeah,
not
I
hacking, but
I don't know.
anyway,
I feel like
I vagued out a little bit.
there's got to be more typing than just changing a 0 to a 1 for an
Nah, man.
entire wall to come
Off
down.
to on. Woo.
Yeah, true. That's pretty much what it
Look,
was.
I think I've said it before in this podcast. When so many movies just motivation is my children.
Mhm.
It's so fucking lazy. I see it all the time. Whether they're trying to save their kids or they're trying to,
The mother.
I don't know, trying to fucking look after their kids or they're trying to get back to their kids or whatever. Like, oh my God, my kids is such a lazy plot device for especially two fucking main characters who like have so much more to do. The opening when they were like 15 years ago, which I fucking hate movies that start with 15 years ago on the fucking screen. Um, like that was pretty sweet. I was enjoying that. It was, pretty fun and whatever. And
Yeah.
then as it progressed, I just got more and more frustrated and bored and went on my phone and
It actually
the parts.
it got quite boring when they introduced the family.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
And the kids are fucking annoying. Like writing for kids is always so shit. Like get kids to write for kids. It's not how kids behave and act. Like I know that the daughter's a caricature and so is the boy, but they were talking like the way they were treating the kid, he was meant to be like this tech genius, but he was doing things like he had two-factor authentication. He played some games on his like little handheld device. Like he didn't do anything that you or me wouldn't have done if we were kids at this age. They
No.
tried to make him out this big fucking tech whiz, and it's like, calm the fuck down. Again, people don't know
Yeah.
how to fucking write. Credit where it's due. The parts that I smile on my face and I was like, yeah, were the moments where the two main characters, Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz, whose names I forget, it doesn't matter.
Matt and
Um,
Emily.
Sure. When Matt and Emily were doing couple things, or when they were like doing spy things, but they felt like a couple. They felt like a couple. I was pretty satisfied with that. The part where they're both like Cameron Diaz, Emily is driving, and Matt is in the passenger seat, and he like gets the Mentos, and the whole thing's fucking
Mhm.
stupid, but gets the Mentos and throws it in the car next to him, and the car like flips, and again, also ridiculous. Why did it flip in the air like that? But how they're like, whoa, and they fist bump each other, and like they felt like friends as a couple. Like that's how my wife and I are. Like I liked those moments when they felt like longtime friends, a longtime couple who are out like, dicking around and whether they're saving the world or getting pizza. Like I just that felt genuine and pretty fun. That's about it.
Yeah.
Like everything else in this movie is just boring action schlock. It might as well have been that other or many of the crappy spy movies we've watched.
Ah, yeah. I mean, if you look at the writing list, so the director Seth Gordon, he's done Pixels, which was the Sandler one, which was the
Yeah,
first one he made for his kids. You've got
sure.
the Lost City, which was a shocking one with what's her name? Sandra Bullock and I want to say Channing Tatum was in that one. And then you've got Brendan O'Brien, who was a co-writer. He did The House, Bad Neighbors 2. So like they're not
Right.
Yeah, it was Channing
It's a
Tatum.
big leap to go. You're right, actually. Yeah, Lost City is Channing Tatum and fucking Sandra Bullock. Is that who you
Yep.
said?
Yep.
Yeah. I never watched that. It looks garbage.
It was actually better than this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
That's saying.
because it was dumb. Like Daniel
Okay.
Radcliffe was ridiculous. Channing Tatum was ridiculous. Sandra Bullock actually led into like
Ratcliffe.
it being ridiculous, where I feel like it took itself too seriously. Like I think Cameron Diaz did quite well. Like
I don't know.
she was believable as the mother.
Did it take itself more seriously than other shit we've been watching recently?
I think it did. Like it wasn't it wasn't like overacted. It wasn't like them. It was just everyone was just average. But the
Yeah, and the
kids,
characters are very boring. That's what I mean when I say like Jamie Foxx was white in this because it's just vanilla white, not white people white, but vanilla white. There's not much going on.
no.
Like the characters did fucking nothing, and they do like of course they got to go fight people, but then it's just get into fight scene, characters fight, and then here's some quick cuts. Okay, and then there's some more plot structure, and then oh my daughter hates me, and then let's go visit grandma. It's a bit of like back and forth. You said you liked the grandma's boyfriend. You thought he was funny. I found him so fucking annoying. He felt like a cartoon character in this world of spies and stuff. He
That's
felt
what I
like
liked
such a
because
fucking
like that
child.
was the only person that was leading into like this average movie. Like he was
Yeah,
the only
and it would have
person
been
that was.
fine. It would have been fine if everyone else was like that. But it was like he felt so weird when everybody else felt so
I think he
plain.
was weird though. Like I think he's intentionally meant to be weird.
Yeah, it just felt out of place. But
Yeah,
you're
I
not
don't know.
wrong. He was probably one of the most entertaining characters because the rest did just fucking nothing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it was just
Yeah, he's entertaining. I'll give you that.
yeah.
It was annoying. I just, most scenes he was in, I was like, oh my God, this fucking guy, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
But
it's just
whatever. Like, it's a dumb spy movie with an average budget and a bunch of good actors in it. That here, like, what do we really expect? It's what we expected. It's what it says on the tin. You like dumb spy movies? Watch this dumb spy movie. If you don't, fucking don't. It's
mm,
that really that easy. Easy.
yeah. What would you give it?
Two,
Yeah, I'm at
one
a
and a
two.
half, maybe.
I would
I don't
actually
know.
watch Half Past Dead. That's one of my favorite films ever because it is so bad. Do you know who's in it? In Half Past Dead?
I don't think I've seen Half Past
Oh,
Dead.
it's so bad that it's good. And it's like peak during those times. You've mentioned one of the people already. That's the lead.
Who I mentioned? Bruce Willis, Steven Seagal.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
And guess who's his co-lead? You,
his co-lead.
his co-lead, the co-lead main character.
I have no fucking idea.
He had a beef with 50 Cent,
I haven't had beef with 50 Cent. Who had beef with 50 Cent?
Ja Rule.
Oh, Ja Rule. Made me lose my mind. Wait, is that him? Oh my God.
It's
I
so
forgot he was an
bad.
actor. Oh, I forgot he tried acting.
Yeah. Half-Assed Dead is so bad.
How old's Half Past? I'm looking it up.
It's so
2002.
yeah, it's like peak Ja Rule
Morris
days.
Chestnut, Ja Rule. No,
It
Peak
was
Ja Rule was Fast and Furious, mate.
no, this movie is something else.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
It gives me Face Off vibes.
yeah, it's pretty much, but like dumber,
Right.
dumber
Dude,
than
Steven
that.
Seagal is one of my favorite people to study and see his career, and
If you go
he's
to
such
if you go to IMDb, look at the
yeah.
second picture in when you go down the photos when it's Ja Rule, Steven Seagal and Ja Rule standing together. Ja Rule's got a beanie on, and Steven Seagal's got like the
Yeah. Yo.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the epitome of early 2000s right
No.
there. No shit. All right. I'll have to watch this soon.
Oh, so
Half
good.
Past Dead. Actually sounds hilarious.
It's so good. Oh,
Yeah, right, back in action. Two, one and a half ish. Yeah, somewhere around there. Fuck it.
yep, yep. Oh,
Boring. Next.
next one. This
Something
one.
good.
Hmm. This is something you picked out, and I was not
Yeah.
expecting this. I was expecting it to be a bit of a snooze fest. But this is a real pain. So this is Jesse. I have no idea how to pronounce his last name.
Eisenberg.
Eisenberg. So he
Uh-huh.
directed and wrote this one.
Sure did.
Is this a true story of some description, or is this like
No, it's just sort of like it's something that there's a story that connects with him that he can sort of draw from real life from and stuff, but I don't think it's necessarily a true story.
okay? Because I thought he was great as Columbus in Zombieland, and
Sure.
then I think he's done all right since. The only thing I can
Yeah.
remember him sort of in is what was it?
Yeah.
What was the Facebook one where he played Zuckerberg, Social Network?
Social media, social network. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Social network, social media, social network. Yeah, sure,
something
sure,
like that.
sure.
That's
That's the one.
probably yeah. That's probably the only one that I do remember. Those two are the ones I
What about
remember
Lex
him in.
Luthor in Justice League? You remember that? Do you remember
Oh,
him in, as Lex Luthor?
I forget about that film.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You probably should.
Yeah.
I also watched a bit of remember Now You See Me, the fucking magician
Oh,
one. He was in
oh yeah,
that.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
good. I quite like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Watch both of them.
that was good. Yeah.
They're garbage movies, but he's in them.
And then we
Uh,
got the
and go on.
the Offsider, which is Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Ronnie Brothers, yeah.
Is
Kieran
it
Culkin.
Kieran Culkin?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Who, say right now, deserves an Oscar nom for this. He is brilliant.
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, spectacular.
So this is mismatched cousins reunite for a tour through Poland to honor their beloved grandmother, but their old tension resurfaces against the backdrop of their family history. Boom,
Mm,
boom, boom. So obviously their grandma dies, and then
yep.
they are reunited to be able to go on this journey to Poland to do a ceremonial put rocks on her doorstep because it's a Jewish custom or something. When someone dies, you put rocks to show that you've been to a
Yeah,
grave.
yeah, more or less. I think that's how they described it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You skipped like an hour and 20 of the film, but
no. I'm just giving the general premise. That's the reason that they're coming together is to go and do this journey. It's the journey.
Yes,
The journey in itself is the film, which
yes.
now we're
And
going
the real
back.
pain.
Yeah.
Well,
So
the pain is reflection, but I'll get to my fucking art house analysis later. Keep going.
I think you should jump into the art house one because I've given the overview, and now it's time for in-depth Lawson art house
I
ramble.
got notes.
Ooh.
No, I won't ramble. I won't go
Go.
too deep because I think this is a really good movie to sort of to watch and sit on. Because like on the surface, it's just a couple cousins going on a trip together. They visit, like you said, they visit Poland. They're Polish or ancestry, born in America. Um, and it's just them on their trip, but they're just such different personalities that the story comes in their clash of personalities. And Kieran Culkin's character is like he's obviously dealing with depression and stuff. He tried to kill himself. We find out halfway through the film. Um, but he also really wants to connect with people, but he's also very outspoken and says whatever's on his mind all the time to a fault. Whereas Jesse Eisenberg's character is very like quiet and subdued and less about getting engaged with people and more worried about people think of him and whatever else. And I can see myself in both characters. I think it's quite a powerful thing to watch a movie and insert yourself in both main characters. Um, and yeah, look, it's just them experiencing this trip together, but because they're so polar opposites, you start to find out that they both envy each other in a way. Jesse Eisenberg has a family. Kieran Culkin's very lonely, but Kieran Culkin's also very outspoken and very social. People are drawn to him in social encounters. So, Jesse Eisenberg is jealous of that as well. There's a lot of, like envy, but also like only from perspective where they really look at themselves. They got what they want, and
Yeah, like he's very charismatic. Like he walks into a
mm,
situation and he's just able to connect with people. Like as soon as he walks
yeah,
into the tour group, like he gets the tour group wrapped around his finger. Like he's just,
yeah,
hey, how are you?
yeah,
Like what's going on? Like he learns about everybody.
yeah. But he also rubs up the wrong way as well. He gets into like some heated discussions with a few of them, and a few people don't like him as well, which is obvious. But um, I don't want to go too in depth. I guess. But I love the theming of this. My analysis of like the a real pain name is like the real pain is to me is like reflection and like reflecting on grief or trauma or even loneliness or life. Even though we reflect on all these things, we don't necessarily change who we are. So these people like it ended. I think people have said that like, or what I've heard online, people saying that the ending is quite positive and that they've reconnected their relationship and that they'll be catching up again in the future. But I completely think opposite. I think that this movie is trying to tell us that even though we is a tragedy, you know, even though that we connect with people, our lives just take over again and we forget to reconnect with them and months go by, years even that we don't see people for ages again. And I
Mhm.
think that's sort of what the movie's commentating on.
Yeah, it's pretty much that life just continually goes by, like,
Yeah, that's it.
and about perspective as well. So it's about
Yeah.
life. It's life in general. It's like the journey of life. It's what happens. It's how time passes, and it's
Mm.
about seeing the other side almost to a point.
It's only an hour 20 as well before the credits roll, like an hour 22. And that's a lot. Like I feel like this movie did so much to talk about life and connection and family and loss and grief and reflection. There's a lot of things discussed in an hour and 20. It's very smart.
Yeah.
Little things I liked as well. I really like how there's a scene there where they're on a there's a bit of a disagreement because Kieran Culkin's character doesn't come home one night. It's not important. And the next shot, they're on the bus. Jesse Eisenberg sitting on a singular seat, and Kieran Culkin sitting on a double seat on his own. And you can read that like obviously Jesse got on first, and Jesse sat on his own. He's mad at him. So there's a lot of like little underlying things. Like when not Jesse, when Kieran talks about his grandma, he pulls like bands on his wrist. So then later, when you see him pulling on his band wrist staring out a window, you know he's thinking about his grandma, reflecting on the real pain. There's a lot of little subtle things I think are really clever in this that I really appreciate. And I think there's a level of maturity in the filmmaking here that for Jesse Eisenberg's second film is quite powerful. So
Yeah.
it's very good. I don't want to ramble too much and we're running out of time, but um, it's a good movie. They do a lot and they say a lot in a short period of time.
Yeah. I really liked it. I really
Yeah,
liked it. Obviously
I'm glad you liked it.
the having the Jewish and the World War II and them going through Poland, going to the
Mm,
concentration camps and stuff as well.
mm,
That's always it's always interesting, and that's why like
yeah,
World War II is always a massive like draw card for lots of people because that is such a pivotal point in history and
yeah,
it caused quite a lot of pain as well. So like
yeah.
it's yeah, this is a tidy movie. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it. I was expecting this
I'm so glad.
to
Yeah, I thought you'd
be
be like, oh, it's a bit art housey for me or some bullshit.
yeah, but look, what's I was going to say Macaulay Culkin.
Kieran.
Kieran is great. He
Yeah.
is like he's fantastic. The polar opposites are great as well for what's his
Hmm.
name?
Jesse
Jesse.
Eisenberg.
Yeah, like he was great. I wasn't expecting him to be such a I don't
Yeah.
know.
They played to their strengths. Jesse's
Mm,
good at that awkward, weird character, and Kieran's really good at being extroverted and in people's face and stuff. They played their strengths and it works. What's wrong with that, you
yeah,
know?
and they didn't have a super big like cast, so they didn't spend any time
Yep.
on the other cast. It was just like
Yep.
surface level stuff. You get this beat, and
Hmm.
then it's just fed from there. It was the focus was on the cousins. I liked it.
Yeah. The movie starts with them meeting at the airport and it ends with them leaving at the airport.
Mhm.
Like we don't see flashbacks. They tell you everything. They discuss everything. You see their pain and their history through the character interactions. You don't need to see with them when they were five or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very mature. There's a lot going on. Yeah, I had a really good time.
Do you reckon he's homeless?
I don't. I read someone online say that as well that they think he could be homeless.
Because
I don't necessarily think that he is.
why is he chilling in the airport for so
I
long?
think still at the airport because he's lonely. Because he
Okay.
says you meet people here that are really interesting, and then when he's there, the only shots you see of him are sitting on his own looking at people. So I think he's just lonely and being at an airport, seeing all the couples and stuff, and seeing people with their families. Like
Yeah.
again, it's that pain of reflection. He's reflecting on what he doesn't have by staying at the airport.
Yeah.
That's to me how I read it. But I've seen people online say that he could be homeless, and that's why he's staying at the airport, and that's a fair analysis as well. I think.
I don't know. So. I actually gave this a four. I was like, I
Hell
quite
yeah.
enjoyed it.
Hell
Mm.
yeah. I
I
gave it
feel
a three
like
and a half at first, but I've changed that to a four. It might even get higher as I reflect on it more.
I feel like your art house picks are actually getting better.
Getting better.
Mm.
Maybe you're just like warming up to art house a little bit. Maybe you just
Mm.
like this is becoming a bit more normal for you.
No, no,
I'm gonna make you rewatch some old art house films, like
nope,
some stuff we watched originally. You might be like, "Oh, I found this better."
no,
Rubbing off on you,
no.
but you too. Like I've found some garbage recently better as well. Like when we watched what did we watch recently that I was like, yeah, that's not bad.
Creature
Like Creature
Commandos.
Commandos. Yeah, yeah, might have been it.
Yeah, sick.
Um, anyway,
Yeah, who knows? But
good.
we don't know what we're going to give you next week, so we're going to discuss
No,
this afterwards. So it's a surprise for you guys too. Let us know if you like the shorter format. I think this one will be another shorter format. I believe I said that at the start, but you know what to do.
yep.
You're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, give us a 5-star rating on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Tell your friends.
Hey, friends,
Peace.
bye.